All right, welcome to this quick lesson on finding numbers in between rational numbers. So we've been looking at ordering them, putting them on the number line. Now we want to be able to find numbers in between. So we're going to look at decimals and fractions. So if I want a number in between -4 and -4.5, so I mean, you can think of it as if there's a number line, here's -3, here's -4, here's -5. And -4.5 would be somewhere in between. So I can choose basically any number in this area, and I want to give it as a decimal. So those numbers might be -4.1, -4.2, -4.3, -4.4. You could say -4.375. I mean, there's an infinite number of answers that you can give. All of those are in between -4 and -4.5. If we want to write three rational numbers between 1/6 and 0.5, giving our answer as a decimal, then what I would do is take 1/6 and convert it into a decimal so that we know the decimals that we're looking between. So 1/6, remember that you take your divide on your calculator. 1 divide 6, this is 0.16 repeating, and 0.5. So again, I've got lots of choices there. I could say 0.17 because that's bigger. I could say 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, 0.4976238. You get the picture. Okay. Now, the last example is writing three numbers in between, say, -1/2 and -1/8, giving our answers as fractions this time. So if I want my answers to be fractions, then I probably want to work in fractions. I mean, you could convert these into decimals. This would be -0.5, and 1/8 would be -0.125, and then choose decimals in between there, and then turn those back into fractions. You certainly could do it that way. For example, I could pick that -0.3, well, that would be 3/10, -3/10. Certainly go that way. Or we can get common denominators. So if I get equivalent fractions with denominators of, say, 1/8, -1/2, multiply top and bottom by 4 gives me -4/8. So now I'm looking in between -4/8 and -1/8. So, I mean, if you look at your numerators, basically you're looking for numbers in between -1 and -4. So I've got -2/8. You will remember that you have to reduce those fractions. So this becomes -1/4. So there's 1 in between. You've got -3/8. Now, if I can't get another one because I can't fit another number in between -1 and -4, what you can do is make your denominators even bigger. So what I mean by that is let's make these into 16ths by multiplying top and bottom by 2. So this is -2/16. This is multiplying top and bottom by 2, -8/16. So now I've got a bunch of others that I can choose from. And if you want to make your life simple, make ones that don't have to be reduced. So for example, I'm going to choose -7/16 because I know that that doesn't have to be reduced. Whereas if I choose -6/16, then I'm going to have to reduce that to -3/8. And you can, but it's just more work. Anyway, that is finding numbers in between. So if you need a little bit more, if you want to do a few more examples, put your hand up and talk to me, or you can go ahead and work on the practice questions now.